Hey everybody, welcome back to this series on mindfulness of breathing. I'll be doing a 15-minute guided meditation today, but first I wanted to talk a little bit about what this meditation is going to be focused on. Today we're going to be focusing on the cultivation of wisdom, which is ultimately the goal of this practice. Not just about finding a pleasant, calm place for the mind, although that's, of course, helpful as well. But ultimately, it's about cultivating wisdom and clarity in the seated meditation. And the idea is that so that can permeate and transform our lives for the better. So much of pain and mental anguish in this life comes from trying to find stability in a world which is constantly changing. It's like the one universal law is change, right? Our thoughts, our bodies are growing older, are constantly changing, and the world around us is constantly in shift too. So if the mind is just trying to get things to stay still, it's going to lead to a lot of frustration. I was just last night, went to go see a friend of mine perform. She's a musician, and it was an amazing show. And afterwards, I was, talking to her for a bit, thanking her for, just bringing me back out. I hadn't been to a show in a while, and to some of the other artists. And then I left, and I noticed what the first thing my mind started doing was like, wait, did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong to make this person mad, right? Like, I'm not just enjoying the experience, I'm trying to find this fixed version in my mind where it's like, they like me, I'm cool, we're good, right? And this has led to so much pain for me over the years. That's one of my particular flavors of suffering, is just like trying to make sure I'm cool with everybody, which is like just delusional and has led me to so much frustration to try to constantly get caught in that trap. So in meditation, what we're actually doing is cultivating what's called dispassion towards this grasping quality of the mind, this fixation of trying to get things just right or to be still. And this leads to a cooling of the mind. And this is something that I've practiced with. So in those moments, for example, like last night, when I catch myself in it, I can at least recognize, like, okay, this is not going to lead anywhere productive. And this is called wisdom because we're attuning our mind to be in accordance with nature, with reality. We're born into this body which will grow and will change and will eventually pass on. Everything around us, our things, our material things, will also break. You know how much pain has come through getting a new thing. I remember last year my brother got a new car, very nice new car. Within the first month, dent, right in the back of it. And we were just laughing about it, how it's just like that attachment to things being perfect, it never lasts. So it's such a good practice to be comfortable with our own bodies changing, the shifts in our own minds, and also of the world around us. So this is called tuning into impermanence, and we'll do this in the meditation, and cultivating dispassion towards that sense of clinging or grasping, which ultimately leads towards greater wisdom in our lives. So wherever it is that you're sitting right now, just finding a dignified posture. If you're sitting in a chair or if you're even laying down, just bringing a sense of dignity and presence to where you are right now. And we'll just set this intention that for the next 15 minutes, we're going to set down this busy mind that's trying to fix, manage, or control anything. Just letting that fall to the background of your experience and allowing the body and the breath come to the forefront. And if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes. So to begin, let's just take a few longer, slower, but gentle breaths. allowing the out breath to soften and to release any unnecessary tension. And let's just spend a moment bringing our awareness and our attention to the contact points with the chair or cushion or floor beneath us. Just feeling this weight of gravity. This can provide stability to the mind and a sense of rootedness or feeling grounded. And connecting to the rhythm of the breath, almost like we're breathing from the roots of our body. Allowing any thoughts to just wash over the mind, just like drops of water beating off, or like the sound of the rain outside. We'll just continually use this breath as the base, the root, or the anchor for our mind. And let's soften the forehead. Relax the jaw. And letting any tension go which may be in the head, in the thinking mind. What would it feel like to soften the thinking muscles? Feeling each breath come down through the throat, into the chest and the belly. And softening the muscles of the chest, the belly, and allowing the arms and the hands to fall naturally. Just feeling the weight of this body. Just taking a moment to appreciate this rare quality of presence and just to be alive. Heart is beating all on its own. The body knows how to breathe all on its own as well. So just allowing the body to breathe itself. Feeling the thighs, the knees, shins, the calves, and the feet. And now opening to a wide experience of this body breathing. So almost like a 360-degree view with our awareness, just taking in the body as it receives and releases each breath. No need for any pressure right now. There's no hurry. And you don't have to be anyone in particular. Just resting back into this innate quality of your own awareness, your heart, and allowing it to rest on the body and the breath. And seeing if it's possible to stay with the breath from the beginning of the inhalation all the way through to the end. The slight pause, and then the exhalation all the way from the beginning to the end. And then another pause. This process of breathing has been happening since the day you were born. And carries you through every single day of your life. Allowing the body to receive each breath as the oxygen fills the bloodstream and brings life. So tuning in to this rhythm of the breath, we're tuning into a process which is changing. So in this way, the breath can be a teacher. As we receive and release each breath, we can show the mind how to be with change, with a process, without fixating on it. Not holding the breath, not needing it to be any particular way, just allowing and receiving it as it comes and goes. And just noticing the same thing with the thinking mind whenever it surfaces. Every thought, whichever arises, also just passes away. It's impermanent, inconstant. So we just allow the thoughts to come and go on their own accord. No fixation, no grasping. And if we catch ourselves getting lost in a thought, just recognizing that and gently coming back to this process of breathing. So for these last few minutes, just taking into account that this entire beautiful world is in a process of change. Our bodies, our minds are a part of this greater world. Noticing that in our surroundings, sounds will come and go. Sensations, sights will all arise and pass. And we can rest in a mind which is cool, which is dispassionate. Doesn't mean we don't care, but we don't have to be caught in this extra layer of fixation or grasping. Cultivating your inner wisdom. Which comes through release. So thank you kindly for your practice, and I encourage you to take this off of the meditation cushion as well, because this is where it can really start to transform our lives, just taking into account as you move through your day, through your week, in what ways might I be holding on to something which is changing, and in what ways can I cultivate this coolness or this dispassion in the mind. And I hope this was beneficial, and if it has been, just encourage you to either like the video or subscribe the channel it helps this channel continue to grow and to reach other people. So thank you kindly and be well.